I was invited here this morning to do an activity with the Intro to Sociology class around criminal records and pathways to criminalization.
So we invited Robyn LeBlanc, who's the program manager at the John Howard Society in Moncton. It felt like a nice connection from the theory they're learning to the applied world and to practice.
We went through specific case studies and talked about what might have led them to be incarcerated, what that will change for their lives now that they're coming out, and just how they can deal with that and different policies that can help them.
Each group was given a character, and the characters were all based on clients that we deal with on a regular basis. Each character had a certain situation that they were in and a goal that they wanted to achieve, and then the group kind of worked together to identify what were some social factors that contributed to where the character is in their situation, then went through what are some barriers that this person might experience now in society or as a result of what their life experience has been. And then lastly, we ended on what are some changes or resources or policies that could help that character in the future, and how can we advocate for that. And they did a great job. I was so impressed. Which I loved, because I didn't have to teach them anything. We were able to pull out the different social determinants that I wanted to talk about. They all identified those pieces. So I was just a way to bring it all back together and show them that they already know the skills and have the insight. It's just putting it in a real world context that makes sense to them. I graduated in 2013, and anytime I get to be in the classroom, it feels like home a little bit again, so it's really nice to be back here. I remember when we had outside sources come in, it gave a real world experience to what it was that we were learning. That kind of proved that so what point, why are we doing what we're doing, why are we learning these things, and to see it play out in action was always hugely beneficial, and it was always that moment of being able to be like, I could be them someday, I could do that job someday.
I think I learned better hands-on, so interactively really works for me rather than just being lectured to. So it's better to have conversation. It feels if I learn more and grasp and even remember more from that way.
I find experiential learning always sticks better in people's minds. You can always tell about experiences a lot better. You can tell about something you were just listening to, whether it be just a lecture or just reading class notes. You're going to remember things that you've had a hand on more than anything else.